You can hear me? Well, let's skip that guy and let's do it like this. Does this work? Does it really work? Key light. Yeah, let's do it like this. It's muted. Dang it. Rode mic. Standard. Change it to this one. Does it work now? No. Oh my. Do I really need to do this? Music display. Oh, wait. Does it work like this? Does this work like this? If it is too soft, then please look. Oh my gosh. How is that even possible? Oh, wait. Oh. Well. So can you hear me like this as well? Audio seems to be layered, yeah. By default on the Apple, I'm going to change that, by the way. We have mic aux, but I have also the Rode mic. So there is the Rode microphone. That one, right? It's not too loud, but also not too soft, right? Okay, so everything seems to be working. Can I have a thumbs up and also like? That would be great. I'm going to close this thing over here a little bit. So a little bit more light. And of course, oh, now this is dark. Oh my gosh. I hope that one will stay on. That is my sound, by the way. Let's see. So yeah. So mic is working. Audio so far so good. Well, I turn this one off then. Yeah. So this is better, I guess. Right? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Zach here, and welcome to this live stream. It's been a while. This one was planned like how many weeks ago? Even last week, it was everybody was waiting and no Zach there. So let's see. Andre Lover, thank you for being here. I see here a little delay again. Okay, it's what's this? Hey, Andre, Max Benedict, welcome to this live stream. Of course, Tunkai, the moderator here, welcome to the live stream. Who else? Oh, Jerry, 3D HP. I try to manage to be on the stream tomorrow evening as well. I want to pick it up, but this weird thing going on with me. I don't know how to call it. I want to do a live stream, but then I don't. I do want to live. It's this kind of weird thing going on. I don't even know what it is. Do I like doing live streams? Yeah, of course. But then also not per se. I don't know. Yeah, well, shit happens. Yeah, and indeed. I mean, there was one time a few weeks ago I was planning to bring out a video for the Z3DP K10 printer, and I was looking some of the settings up on Google, like acceleration, jerk settings, stuff like that. And then I saw many other Orca Slicer videos popping up, and I was like, yep, let's not do that then. Burned out? Yeah, could be. But some people said, like, you have the male version of the menopause. I was like, what? It's a girl thing, right? So I was looking up the male counterpart for menopause, and I was like, holy, it does exist. And like the symptoms, I was reading it, I was like, so it's not only the situation at home, but it can also be, I don't know. But then it's, you know, like trying to publish a video, trying to do some cool, amazing 3D prints. And then I'm sitting here and I'm like, nah. I still want to do, but then I don't. And I do. Just started off doing the same thing over and over. I think. I want to move the channel from tutorials more into making, but then if you are going to do making, then you are going to, you know, doing what you want to do, but then, yeah, also not again. What the hell is going on? Yeah. Yeah, it's like when I came back from last weekend event, I was standing there with a 3D printer, well, basically two 3D printers. One is standing behind me in a suitcase or in a palanquin case, so you know exactly which printer that is. That one said like, screw you, Zach, I'm not going to work today. By the way, also not tomorrow. And well, we are going to fix that one, or trying to fix it in this stream or during the stream. So I was there standing with the Creality and the V3 SE, and was performing well. Not very fast. It's just a simple edition 3D printer. Just a normal SD card, slicing onto a card and then putting it out to print. I was there together with my friend. He does do Knex Creations. That's also actual his YouTube channel name. If you do like Knex, then definitely look up that channel. He does make big stuff from Knex. So sometimes he asks me to 3D print something, not specifically Knex parts, but something that helps to build the thing that he wants to do for especially the big crawler cranes. And those are amazing and big. And since he is also a crane operator, he knows exactly everything you should supposed to know about those cranes. So it's amazing. Like, how do you do this? It's just amazing. Anyways, I had a lot of fun. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's basically like a maker fair, but then everything in size of models, like for trains, RC cars, big trains, very small planes, RC stuff, everything. Also, a big section of it was for Legos or Lego. Was fun. And I was thinking about it on Sunday. I was like, wait a minute. I have here somewhere standing a dead racer. And I'm missing 4 shafts in order to get the threads working constantly, because the only problem that I had while running the death racer was missing those 4 little shafts, 2 millimeters by 50 millimeters long. Guess what I have? He said, well, we only sell by meter. Question, can you cut them into smaller sections that I can bring them home? Because I don't want to have a rod like 2 millimeters thick and a meter long. I don't need that. But can you cut it? He said, like, how much do you want? I said, well, if you cut it like in 4 pieces that I have like 25 centimeters, that would be fine. So the only thing I need to do is making sure that they are nicely cut, and then 50 millimeters, and then I have my threads. I hope they were like 2 millimeters thick instead of like maybe 2.1 or 2.2. So away goes the ABS replacement, and let's place the normal one. It's not that I'm going to do that during this live stream, because I need to cut it with a Dremel or cut it with a hacksaw. I'm not going to do that now in this stream, but maybe I will make a YouTube short out of it. I don't know. We need to see. Of course, the question comes, Zach, are you going to bring the dead racer to Smurf? I don't know. Let's see, chat, how are you doing, everybody? Because Tunkai, I did see him, yes, last week when the stream was running or waiting. Because this is actually the stream that I postponed 3 or 4 times. Crazy. It's... Oh, wait. Let's put some music on. If it is too loud, please let me know. Because I can turn the volume down here a little bit, then it's not loud for me, but I want to know what it's like on the other side. So, anyways, a lot of delays, a lot of postponing of the stream. I lost count of it, like mentioned. Let's not do that again. So, if I really plan to do a live stream, I will let everybody know. I did see, and that was also basically the moment I was like, I'm setting here up the stream to go live, and then in 30 minutes, the 3D printing nerd goes live as well with an unboxing. Yeah. I was like, no, I'm going to do this live stream. If my friend, the 3D printing nerd Joel, is going live, yes or no, I don't know. I don't mind, but I will do my thing. Of course, if you want to watch that stream, it's also fine. I'm going to work here on the positron. So, what was the issue? Well, last year, September, end of September, last time 3D Printopia in Maryland, or no, it's not the last time, in Aberdeen, or in the college, in the college campus, Hartford. I brought my positron with me. It got fixed. I did some last hands on the Sunday, and it was printing the whole day afterwards. So what did Zach do? Zach brought it back home, set it up, printed the Banshee on it, and it came out nicely. I think I have the Banshee somewhere laying here. I cannot find it. Maybe the dog eat it. I don't know. So after that, I was very confident that it is actually working. So I fold it up, I put it in the Pelican case, and I put it somewhere. For the next time, if I'm going on a trip and I want to bring a printer with me, I can bring the positron with me. So on the event last weekend, I set it up and I wanted to print with it, and the heater was not working. I think the heater wasn't working. So I don't know what the actual issue was or is. Well, hey, we are going to find it out. I'm going to see what's going on. First thing that I'm going to do is take one of the cover plates off and see if the wires are well connected. Because here I have all my tools, and there I didn't have all my tools. I just had the kit from Creality, from the, second edition or simple edition, but not for, maintaining the positron. So let's take a zip. And grab the Pelican case. So how is everybody doing? Where are you currently working on? Especially for now in the weekend, what are you going to do? Let's see where I can put the glass without breaking it. No worries, man. We are here when you are. Don't feel guilty. How was your week? My week was very quickly, to be honest. Yeah. I spent more time. No, that sounds so weird. No, I'm going to say it anyways. Besides work and doing the normal course around the house or in-house, doing the things that that's supposed to do. Besides those things, I went to bed. I didn't see my studio for 2 days. And I was just laying in bed watching series. Yeah. At a moment that I thought like, oh, let's do that again tomorrow evening. My wife was asking, Zach, what are you going to do tonight? And I start smiling. And she knew exactly what I was going to do. Just being a partner in bed, or husband in bed, and watching series together. I think I missed that. Some quality time. Yeah. Sounds very drastic, right? But hey, it's basically what it is, you know. But one of the other things, and I already said it some other streams ago, you know, we there are some issues going on where it's taking more energy, more from my head, let's say it like that. And sometimes I do like to play Minecraft to clear my head in the meantime as well. But then you cannot always play Minecraft. You're also supposed to do other things as well. So yeah. So. It's a beautiful machine. It's very handy. It's nice, especially the color combination. Thanks. So, let's see. Time flies, and if you feel there is change needed, make them happen. Yeah, the thing is, I'm also struggling with the thing like my daughters are constantly on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and all, you know, quick dopamine boosts. Now, I don't want to say that people will get the dopamine boosts of my videos. Yeah, definitely not. How can I do that? I don't know if people are going to be happy when they see my face and providing a solution. I'm not that type of content creator. I like to make videos to help people out with problems. There I go again. I keep running in circles with the content that I used to make, and I still want to make them. I mean, I can print a large model that is very hyped nowadays, but then having it sitting where? For the rest of the years to come. I've got one box here. That one is filled with all small and big size 3D printed models from like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I don't do anything with it. The thing is, I don't want to print useless things. But the thing is, if I'm going to do a review of a printer, I'm going to print something where I know how the model supposed to look like when I print it, with the exception of this nice models and this beautiful castle. I have printed that castle here. I have printed it, I think 3 or 4 other times, a smaller format and all same color. But that one here, that looks pretty AF. Because, you know, why not? There is 10k people. Yep, that's true. That is true. And guess what? Many of you who are in chat now are subscribed. So I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, I'm supposed not to clean it like that, because that is going to damage. So the issue was heating. Okay, the heating of the glass bed. So and also one of the things is, you know, like, do I still want to do YouTube? That was also the thing that was going through my head for at least like 6 months. And I used to have, like, you know, lesser motivation a couple of years now. But then was like in April, you know, like, what am I going to do? And now since last year August, or summer basically, was like going up and down. Yeah, what do I do about that? I don't know. I need my tools. Where are my tools when I need them? Usually I have them always on table, and now I cannot find them. What? This was also the kit that I brought with me. What, too big? No shit, Sherlock. I hope I'm taking the right screws. Times are rough sometimes, and it's about getting rougher for 3D printing community. Yeah, I hear also the development, and let's cross fingers and Let's hope that the laws are not going to be too strict on 3D printing. Because next time if you are printing an anime girl, that you don't get into problems, you know? But we will see. We will see. But where are you guys all working on? Besides now watching the stream, of course. Oh, you don't see anything, right? Oh my gosh. No. No. Huh? Let's see which one gives the better top view without toppling all over. Yeah, stupid camera. So, that one is way better, right? That's what I thought. Yeah. I've got here in the corner the connection for the heat bed. Because it's this line here. So we got, let's see if I can switch. Ah, that's a different camera. Looks funny. Anyways, it's not one of the clearest. So if you look here where my finger is, here, there's the connector for the heat bed. The two main copper lines, the copper pins, are where it goes to the heat bed. Now the thing is that if you're going to heat up and there is something wrong with, for example, the thermistor, you will get a negative reading and that's it. You know, you get a negative reading. If your heat bed is something wrong with, then the temperature sensor, the thermistor, is working, gives you a reading, but it doesn't go up. So I was thinking about it last couple of days when I was thinking about 3D printing. Was like, yeah, so I got a reading of 19.5 degrees C, even though it was trying to heat up. So that part didn't work. So I need to figure out what is wrong, where the issue is. Because every single time it goes into what was this thing called? You know, it's going to shut down, and you get this clipper screen saying like, something failed, you need to restart. That's all fine, but you know, it's annoying. Yeah, maybe I should turn it on and, you know, use the multimeter in order to check if there is some signal coming through, if I can get some voltage. Tunkai says, I'm currently modeling a tablet mount for the wall for Home Assistant. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. So I'm going to cover this part up, because basically I can. Oh, I got a meter there. Yeah, I got a battery symbol here. I think I need to replace the battery, but I'm not going to for now. So that should be fine, right? So I'm going to measure the wires and see if there is some bad connection. There's no power on it, so nothing can happen, I think. So red to So, okay, I'm going to attach this part here. Maybe I'm going to... Hey, Craig! Is that the positron? Yes, it is. And you know what it isn't? It isn't working. No. No, actually, it isn't working. So, now this slides right in here. I always find it a little bit, you know, sketchy because of this glass and you're, you know, pushing it. So, now we are going to take the two pens and, you know, I'm measuring if there is some breakage somewhere. So the digits have to do some. I'm not a engineer. I just do what I think it's good, right? Yeah. What are you doing to it right now? What went wrong or broke? The thing is, I got it fixed at 3D Printopia last year. So back to the place where I got it. Somewhere on Sunday I got it to work. I was printing constantly on the booth from Yantech, and for some reason, no, I brought it back home. I did a test print, everything worked. So I was like, hey, it survived, I can use it. So last weekend I brought it to an event to show off this cool 3D printer, and the heat bed wasn't heating. So I need to turn this around so that I get good view on the prongs or on the pins. So I assume that red is plus and black is... So holding it together, 0, let it go, and I get some reading. Check the thermistor. Yeah, the thing is, when I had it on the event, it was reading temperature and it was like 19 degrees C. And also checking on the, you know, on the Creality and the 390 degrees because it was very chill inside of the big event. So I assume this is minus. Yeah. Got some reading. This one's supposed not to do anything. It does. Interesting. So you said check the thermistor. Well, the power supply was powering on, and it's, you know, I could handle the display. I could, you know, start print, or basically starting the process of printing without printing because the heat bed wasn't working. And also the other thing, I saw here red LED lighting up, trying to heat, but it didn't do that. So the thermistor is going to be a little bit more annoying to get through, to get to. Well, it's basically a connector, so with the zip tie here I can cut it loose and then test it like that. I can do that. I do have zip ties, right? Yeah, I do. Cut it like that so that it doesn't cut the wire. The best place to do. And of course it doesn't fit through here. Oh, it does. It does. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, that is freaking tiny. Heating element or wiring might be broken, but you probably already checked those. Yeah, I checked those as well. I mean, like, I can put it in here. Oh, this one is easy. Yep, got a reading there. Black is minus. Then the red. Yeah. I don't know how to set it correctly. This is ohm, so resistance. So I think that is good. And basically, you know, like, and when you get a reading, you know, some little current was going through it. So some very basic knowledge, I guess. So I checked the wire. Nothing broken there. Everything goes to the glass plate. So I checked those here with the wire. Everything seems to look and work fine, right? I'm now trying to get the now to try to get it back. Yeah. Now I pulled it out. Dang it. Let's see. If I put this underneath it and lift it a little bit up, then I'll try to pry it in. No. No. Living on the edge. Let's see it like that. Almost have it. I almost have it. Yeah, the thing is I can unscrew those, but I don't want to go there. Yeah. Let's see if this helps. So, can I take this off without disassembling the whole part? No. No. At least I tried. So, okay, that is back in place. Now, well, then without taking this side off, that would be so much helpful. But okay, it's not working like that. So, without being any frustrated that it doesn't work, let's try to pry it in, like I already started to do it. So yeah, so you can see that if you're just pulling it out, it would be, you know, that is way easier than putting it back in. Try to get it in, but I can't. Dang it. Because if I'm going that route, then that would mean that I need to take also the belt off, and it is one long belt. Hey, my brother's here as well. Good afternoon, sir. How are you doing? gosh, this is annoying. That's nice. Pliers that are not not those. Pliers. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hold your horses. So, I'm now looking to something. So, if I take out this one, so, and which other one? Okay, so turn it around, and then hopefully it works. And then take out this one over here, then I can move this one. So now let's hope that I can. Okay, so this one. The motor is also nope. It's in. I got it back in. Yay. Okay. So that one is in as well. So now try to get back this one. Yep, that one is now also aligned. So now that one can go back in there as well. Yeah. So that part is all done. Now I'm going to put the cover plate back as well, because there was no issue here. So hey, 3DP UK, how are you doing, Phil? And now that one. For most my printer projects aren't finished because budget constraints. Yeah, I can imagine that. Those are always annoying. Yeah, seeing circumstances, I'm fine. Some ups and downs, but hey, that's seems to be normal. I'm going to switch over to here. Can still follow along. So, will I see you at Smurf? That's a good question. So the power supply. I don't know how to measure it. Not with voltage in there. Yeah. I get a reading. Okay. I must say the camera quality is amazing. And guess what? I've got two of those. But that one is my old C920 camera. And basically if I would, I can switch it over to this one. And then put the camera right over here. I think this camera would have been way better, right? A way better top camera or side camera. So this part is done. So well, let's connect the so that part is also done. Now I can clean up all my tools, I think. Probably those are going to be in the way. Was there an infinite loop? No shit. That would be so wild. So that part is also done. Now I'm going to take the, where is it? We are going to take the display wire. This one we turn off. We are going to put it on the side here, so that we have some space in order to put it there. Another Allen key. So we are going to connect it to that power strip. I hope the Wi-Fi is good. Running a studio like this, you need to have a lot of power strips and wall sockets. So nope, the other way around. Now all the parts are visible. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, these are the Elgato MK2 cameras. I think that they are very nice. So the heated bed is now 21 point, no. But fear, have no fear. We are going to more, and then we are going to network. Fingers crossed that it is directly connected to my network here. So yes, we are also here in Fluid. Like mentioned, I installed it. No, I didn't. No, the friends of the Lobbytron, they did this. So now heating. The reading that I have now, let's go to here, and as you can see right over here, I've got for the heated bed 23.9 degrees. It's around 23 degrees. Well, let's put it on 40. So it's doing what it's supposed to do. Because if I'm going to switch here, you see here also the red light. So And there it is. Heater, heat bed, not heating at expected rates. See verify heater in document. Docs, config, reference, MD. Yeah. Firmware restart. But it also feels cold. So I will grab this one, and now I'm going to do the even more fancier shit. So, well, let's heat up again. 40, enter. .8 volt. So it is giving current to there. Before it stops, let's do it like that. So yeah, well, so it does do. So it actually does send signal. But then how to do that? So there is no breakage. It senses the temperature. But for some reason it's so it gives power. It doesn't heat up. So I think that somewhere this here is broken. Yeah. Because firmware wise, I didn't change anything. Let's check here in the display capture. Let's go to the config files. Wait a second. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do some updates. Because I think there are some files that need to be updated. Let's do this update. It's done, okay. Let's scroll back down again. Up to date. Let's do Clipper update. Finish. And Moonraker. Here on the screen says finish. No. No. How's everybody doing in chat? Now I will be at Smurf this year. This Thursday, Friday, I will be staying in the Maldron Hotel. I will be going to the event and I'm going to shoot my shot. OS packages. Well, let's update that one as well. I don't know what it does, but let's do it. I think you need to reflash the motherboard with newer firmware, like it said. Oh, I didn't see that. But I'm updating it, so I guess it would be the same. Tell me if I'm wrong. But I don't do that. At least I don't think I need that. You're going for a nice, delicious cup of cappuccino. Wow. Enjoy it. You'll need to update the motherboard via Clipper. What is that? CH? CK? Because you have now V12 installed and the software itself is on V13. From what I know, and I do it myself, is you'll need to keep 1 out of 2? What? Yeah, but the thing is, and that's the strange part. The only thing I did was, you know, after the Banshee I printed on here on this printer. After that, I just took it apart. I put it in the Pelican case and I left it there for a couple of months. Yeah, I know. So, technically, supposed to be working afterwards. And to my knowledge, I would say, like, if it did run on that firmware and that version, whatever, it's supposed to be working as well, right? Yeah, the thing is, I didn't build this myself. I just, you know, printed the new parts and then, you know, install it, and it was working fine. So I think I will take it with me to Remurf and let Justin and the team of the Positron do that, because I think it's kind of scary. And that for somebody who was doing Clipper all the time, everywhere. I know. And I think I need to take some of the panels off in order to get to the main board of the printer itself. But hey, I'm updating everything. I'm going to check and see what's happening. If you use SSH to go into the printer, yeah, I'll see. I'll see what happens. Finish. Now, like this. gosh. God dang it. Yeah. I don't want to do that. Dang it. I don't even have the password. But I hope they use the standard. Fuck. Yeah, I know. No, that's the point. I don't have the username or password, so I assume it's the standard, but could also be something else. Oh my gosh. Terminal. What was it? SSH. Yeah, I think it's Pi and Raspberry. Yeah, I know. I know, but yeah. User. What's the user? I don't know. Z Zachary at okay. Fingerprint, yes. Yes. Password. Okay, so close this, go back in, terminal, making the terminal screen a little bit bigger. So SSH by add there we go. I hope. Oh, dang it. Wrong. Eindig. Terminal. Stop terminal. Duck. I'll get there. SSH by add password raspberry oh no, that's no problem. Why is this access denied? Permission denied. Yeah, SD card. Yeah. I don't think I need the screen display for flashing it onto, because here is no card. Because I know where it is going with this, and yeah, and I can look for the boards online, but I think that maybe under one of the covers is the micro SD card slot. Oh my gosh. How do I get the fingerprint again away? Because here it says like user at host, so I used Zachary at and then the IP address. Now that is the, yeah. Because I cannot get in. Fuck. Yeah, you need to, but here, this is, yeah, I know the pi at, but the thing is, so here I'm in the terminal, right? So pi at this. Enter. Why it's not found? Oh. SS8 by add. So now password. So by. That one doesn't take. Rasp. Very. Permission denied. So yeah, I'm running in circles. SSH Zachary add password Zachary. No. Bye. No. And also no. Yeah. No. It doesn't work. Wait, what? SSH by add password. Oh. Yeah, I know. No. Yeah, I know. And that's what I said. I'm just going to put this one back in the Pelican case, and the Pelican case will be brought to Remurf. I know it sucks big time. Because I'm thinking about it. Back then in the lobby, did they change something? Yeah, they reflashed everything with the latest firmware. Because the point is, if I'm going to start all over again with, you know, installing everything back on this again, it was working fine. And if I'm going to be very honest, I don't like this type of stuff nowadays. I mean, I don't say that I don't want to do it, but when something works, it works, right? But if something in the firmware of Clipper is going to be updated and then you need to reflash it every single time, it's annoying. Yeah, so if I'm, so I'm going to close this. I'm going to close this because let's see. So this is the main board, and here is the USB connection. And then we have the other board. I don't see an SD card slot here, so I assume over USB. The firmware for Positron consists of two components, Catapult and Clipper. Catapult is a bootloader designed specifically for Clipper. It ensures that the software on the RP2040 MCU boots up smoothly and allow for easy updating the Clipper's firmware. You can learn more about Catapult here. Clipper is the main firmware that runs on the RP2040 MCU. You can learn more here. Your positron will come shipped with both Catapult and Clipper installed. Ideally, you will only ever need occasionally update Clipper firmware and never have to touch Catapult. If the Catapult bootloader was erased or is not present for any reason, you can check this selection for instructions how to re-upload Catapult. Yeah, but this is normal behavior. Updating the machine via GUI. You need to match the motherboard firmware also. Yeah, Merv it is. Maybe because them like 10 minutes and they're finished, you know? Yeah, basically everything is right here. But they don't tell here, like they only say like, oh yeah, Mac and Linux user can simply connect with the SSH command in their command line terminal. Well, this device is connected through the thing I start doing, and you know, the fingerprint stuff like that. I have also an other way. Maybe I can use that instead. I hope I have enough power on the MacBook. Do I really need to charge it in order to get it to work? I just want to have a chill stream. Well, I guess I need to take the power cord as well then. Fuck. Serious? I think I attached this one as well. I hope the wire is long enough. Yeah, so what actually happened, this one was a sleep mode and therefore, you know, like... Yeah, so the battery was all the way up. I will put it aside now. There is nothing you can do. You don't have access to it. We'll see. We'll see. terminal. Let's do it again. Now we move the microphone a little bit here. SSH at raspberry at SSH space raspberry, or shall I try Pi instead of raspberry at? Okay. Fingerprint? No. Oh. Yeah, it's no big deal. So, yes, yes. Now password raspberry. So once I have established a connection between my now MacBook and the Pi on the IP address, I would say, like, can I change it later on to Pi at IP address? Because apparently Raspberry Pi at IP address and then password Raspberry isn't correct. How to get back? So I'm still in the terminal, right? Change. Shell. Nieuw proces aanmaken en sudo tty openen niet mogelijk. Oké. Why not? Yeah, the thing is, earlier on you said Raspberry Pi and password Raspberry Pi, but I need to know, once I establish an SSH between the laptop and the device that I want to log into, can I change it? Because there is a connection, but the password is wrong. SSH by at no. Because now I used pi at IP address, then I entered Raspberry. So that means now I changed to pi at IP address. So that is kind of okay, I guess. So nothing. LDO maybe. Klik om opnieuw te starten. Nee, ik wil gewoon... Ja. Yeah, exactly. And this is the part where I was afraid of, that I'm spending a lot of time getting into something that with the right password or entry you'll get in there, and then you can do the thing that you're supposed to do. But hey, let's see. Clip config. I think I see the page that is exactly the one that I'm seeing right on the bigger screen. Yeah. Yeah, and if they are using Fluid, then they also use the cow method. Yeah, they only show you after you logged into the Pi. Yeah, and then so basically now you need to reboot the board into the system boot mode. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. So I guess I'm going to take the positron with me again to Remurf. How to get your positron moving from place to place. Close this. I mean, this MacBook, I love it. This is the MacBook Pro 13-inch. Nice. Touchscreen also here. Just perfect. The only thing that is perfect. Yeah. So that was the part of the positron. Yeah, that was basically it for the positron. Finish. What? What happened? Wait a second. Here it's just a one. Wait, hold. I'm just going to try it because I have an interaction. I see that that one is lighting up. But that was the whole idea behind the positron, you know. It's a portable 3D printer you can take everywhere, especially when it needs some maintenance. Yeah. So that was it. So I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. Not longer? Wow. Well, let's make it longer. Where do you guys want to talk about? We have 11 people watching. Me being frustrated that my positron needs to be flashed. And I did want to go in, but I couldn't go in. I'm not going to compare it with something nasty. Hey Raj, how are you doing? Yes, I'm going to Smurf. Smurfs up, dude. Oh, recently I have a brand new car. Yeah, no access TGL. Yeah, indeed. What the fuck? Yeah. Going to, or wanted to do firmware flashing, but the positron had other things in his head. Will you be there? Well, for the ones that do want to go but can't, well, I'm going to cover it like I normally would do. the first video would be like an overview over all the things you can see, and then maybe some couple of interviews. I really hope to kick off the YouTube channel again, because my YouTube channel lately is in limp mode or lame mode. I post the last video that I posted was a YouTube short. I don't really want to do shorts, but hey, there I was on Saturday. Well, that video, 919 views. It's 8 out of 10. Yeah. So yeah, I have a little issue that the firmware on the board needs to be reflashed, and then fingers crossed that it's going to work again. Because I brought it to 3D Printopia. I had it fixed on Sunday. I had to do some other little things on it. I got it printed on the booth from Yantech. It was performing well. I put it in the Pelican case. I brought it back home. Here at home, I test printed a Benji, of course. What else? That was working as well. Then I put it in the Pelican case back for a new trip. Last week I went to a modelbouwbeurs. I don't know how you call that. Miniature beurs, fair, where people have small model trains and big model trains, RC cars, RC planes, RC boats, RC trucks. And I was at the booth from a friend from here in the street. He has a lot of things regarding K'NEX. So he asked me if I want to join him with a 3D printer and printing some stuff to talk about 3D printing. And I do need to say that a lot of people were very interested in the printer. That's supposed to be an S. I brought two printers with me. One of them the Positron, and the other just an ordinary Creality and the V3 SE. That one held up very well. I just sliced some things, put it on the printer, and it was printing some K'NEX. But then there was this Positron that I also set up. I said, this is a fun printer. It's small, it's tiny, it's compact. You can put it in Pelican case, bring it everywhere, set it up, forget and relax. Not at all. And so I ended up trying to see if I fixed it. But the problem was, it was a huge building and it was like under 20 degrees. First day I wasn't wearing a jacket, but the other day I was wearing a jacket because it was cold. But this printer didn't make it until Sunday. I put it back into the Pelican case because I had a heater issue. Now today during the stream I measured the sensor, I measured the voltage on the glass plate. Everything seems to be working. It's a 24 volts circuitry. I tested there. I saw a 23.9 degree volts. I checked for the wires. There are no breakages. Everything seems to be okay. But then also seeing that because of some firmware update in the meantime, it decided like, screw you, Zach, I'm not going to work. So yeah, my life in a nutshell. But hey, it's what it is. Can I change it? Nah. Let's leave that for another time, right? So yeah, this printer will be brought to Remerve. And it's going to be the lobby printer again, the Lobbytron. Well, basically, I can ask Justin. Maybe he knows what the password is. But then, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Remember this little guy? I printed several weeks ago when I set up the Snapmaker J1. I don't have that printer. When I was printing it on the U1 from Snapmaker, beautiful, gorgeous machine. It is looking amazing. All the colors I did all by myself. Like all by myself. Well, actually, the thing was like this was just a single color, and I was like, yeah, let's stretch it and make a multicolor print out of it. How hard can it be? Just like the cute anime girls, they are looking amazing. I printed on the Prusa XL. Beautiful machine. I know this is an expensive machine, but hey, you have 5 colors to choose from. The only thing that is waste is the perch tower, but you don't have any waste filament. But this one is printed on the U1. All the colors you see here, just like here on the belly, I did it myself. The red I also did myself, and also coloring the eyes and the mouth. And it came out just gorgeous. And that is what an €850 costing tool changer from Snapmaker can do. It's only 4 colors, but then you get some beautiful things out of it. I will maybe posting a video soon how to do these kind of things, because hey, I had a learning curve when it came to tool changers and coloring. So hey, fun. Yeah, I had this little dragon as a test model to print on the Snapmaker U1. While this is definitely a Hue1, it is looking amazing. So when this one was finished, I was like, hey, I want to print something that looks as cute as this one. And I mean, hey, these can be friends, right? Don't you also want to do that? You know, like making a little story, like, hey, being friends. Both are reptiles, I guess. Yeah, reptile Zach. These are reptiles, not amphibious. Those are not frogs. What else? Yeah. I didn't do much printing lately because of some mental issues, some age issues, I guess. I have also my son of 20 years old living in our house as well. And since in the Netherlands we have 3 bedrooms, a bathroom on the 2nd floor for the US people, so ground floor, 1st floor, attic. So he is living in the space behind me, so I can't really make a lot of videos when he's here. He doesn't mind if I'm making videos, but then is also other things playing in the background, not really background, but other things like choosing to relax instead of making videos, something like that. So I really want to push myself in order to make videos, but I need to see. Yeah. So I really hope to make a lot of footage on Smurf. I have a Mac Mini here. I can take it with me instead of my MacBook, but then I also need to have a screen. Maybe I can hijack the television from the room and use that as a screen. I could do that. I could do that. Yeah, Tunkai has a point there. Well, you streamed again. That's a win already. Yet, I think 2 weeks ago, I was looking when. No, I was just on my YouTube studio, and I saw that the stream that I did was like 31 days ago. And I was like, Zach, it wasn't a long time that I couldn't imagine not to stream. And, now seeing like the last stream was 31 days ago. And basically that was a sore in the eye, basically, because every single time when I was going into the YouTube studio, I saw that, and I saw like 26 days ago, 28 days ago, 31 days ago. I was like, yeah, I should do something. But then, yeah, well. Yeah, that's life. When life gives you melons sometime. Just having this thing going inside of me, like I do want to stream, or I do want to do YouTube, but then I also want to do something else. It's weird. For 5 years, my goals were, and I mean, you can say what you want about it, but that were my goals. One of them was reaching 10,000 subscribers. Another goal was getting an original Prusa i3 Mark III's. But then the Mark IV came out, and also the Prusa Core 1 and the 5-head tool changer. The tool changer is from 2022. I saw it being revealed. I saw all the cool things. But then, yeah, this is just me ranting also as well, if you don't mind. So I built several i3 Mark III's. If you don't know the channel, just look back. I was constantly building one. That sounds weird, by the way. I had an CTC Prusa clone, which was made out of plywood. That one I modified and modified and modified to a certain point that I got some decent prints out of it. But then this was basically a i3 MK2.5-ish kind of printer with the screw rods as y-axis base. Was working well, but then it was basically an in-between, and I didn't want to have an in-between. So I said, like, I'm going to order some original Peggy Prussian Mint orange, signal orange. That color, those strips are not that color. But if you know, no, that's red. Can you see it somewhere on screen? Yeah, if I look at it, then I see it. But like the handles, I said to the guys from the Prusia booth, I think was it Swarm Next. There's this orange, from like here. Oh, thank you, camera, for lighting it up. That signal orange is fluorescent. So that means that if you are in a dark room and you have UV light or black light or blue light, those parts are lighting up as crazy. I said that to the guys from Prusia. I said, did you notice that, or did you do that on purpose? They were not aware of it, how translucent, how fluorescent that the filament was. You have a lot of orange colors, but that one always stood up. Because when I was in my 3D print attic, when I was in my old studio, Tunkai knows which kind of studio I mean. You never were there, right? You only saw the attic. But there, every single time after me watching with my wife some series, I always went to my studio, one floor down. I was always vaping before going to bed, because there's this rule, not vaping in the bedroom. So I did it there with only the blue lights that I have here and the RGB light strips on the ceiling, and that combination make it it emitted more UV light. And every single time I saw those Prussian Mint Peggy or signal orange lighting up like crazy. It was always looking beautiful. And yeah, the thing is that, like, yeah, in some ways I like the attic, but I did have a amazing time in the old studio, the 2 meters by 3 meters studio. I had less floor space, but then I had a lot of space to store all the printers, and I had like 24 plus printers in that room. Now I cannot at this moment I have, do I need to count the working printers or the non-working printers as well? Well, I'm just going to count the printers. So official printers, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Yeah, I basically have 29 printers here in the attic. Then in the back, in the other space, I've got at least like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So yeah. And then As a matter of fact, I also have a Bambu Labs A1 Mini standing, or no, wait, sitting inside of the original box in the living room. Yeah. So this coming year, I'm going to build a YouTube studio, or a studio where I have square space with straight walls for at least 2.40 meters high, in order to put some nice shelves where I can store more stuff, have more movable space where I can walk around, do some builds, and have also shelves with printers where I can actually do some print farming if I would come that far. Yeah, I've got an A1 Mini. When did you buy that? When did I buy it? I think somewhere in November. No, before that even. I think somewhere September. The thing is, if the printer is broken and I don't know it, we'll be fine. But anyways, what I wanted to say was, for a long duration of time, I wanted to also have an original Prusa i3 Mark III's. Now, what I also said, like, yeah, now the Mark IV is out, and I was like, yeah, maybe I can buy that one. And then I built the poor man's Prusa in the meantime, which was actually a fun build. I still, and Tunkai knows it, I still have the plastic 3D printed frame sitting here with the printed 3030 aluminum extrusions that are printed in Prusa PET G Black. It holds very well, but the problem there was, like, if it was starting to print, it was going to shake, and so the top of the Z-axis gantry was moving way too much and causing ugly prints. I did print with it, but the prints didn't came out nicely. It was sturdy, but not sturdy enough. So I decided then to buy some imitation or some cheap frames from AliExpress, and then I got some amazing prints out of it. I mean, the printer just looks original because a friend of mine, he also brought a original frame for the i3 Mark III's. But still, it wasn't an original Prusa 3D printer. And then I bought the Core 1, and I was thinking, like, but I also want to have the tool changer. And then Prusa announced the other tool changer, the Index. I was at Formnext. I wanted to buy it, and I couldn't get my hands on the Founders Edition. So yeah. And then I got a little bit distracted, a little bit I don't want to say unmotivated, but yeah, if that is the word for it, I think then that. Because 10,000 plus subscribers, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 original Prusas. I mean, the Prusa Mini is also an original Prusa, but not the one that I wanted to have. So yeah, I need to set new goals, new things in order to get where I want to be. So yeah. We will see. And I also wanted to, yeah, believe it or not, I wanted to work on the Z Core as well. But then finding time to actually design stuff, I don't have that time. Don't have the patience. So weird. Anyways, that was me ranting a little bit. Wait a second. How many printers did I set I had in this room? I counted 28, right? Because I was also thinking about the QD tech, the X Plus. Yeah, 30 plus. Smurf. Hey, Rob Mink. How are you doing, man? Good to see you. You know what I also would like? A baby belt. Just for the fun. Just for the fun, you know, to have a small belt printer. Will I see you at Smurf? Well, yes, I will be at Smurf. Will you also go to Smurf? That would be so amazing. I was by the way checking the site of Smurf and I didn't see my logo there. Now checking if content creators. Yes. Haha. If you go now to the site of Smurf, you will see my logo there as well. Nice. Because last year they put my logo there, even though I didn't confirm if I was going, yes or no. But now it's there. Because the thing was, like, I got in contact with Smurf to check if I can get a table, not for free, but I wanted to pay for it. They were asking like £250, but going to euro was like more than €350, and I was like, holy crap, that's that is a lot of money. I do want to stand there, but with the current situation of the last couple of weeks, I don't know. I was like, I do want to show off, but then I don't have much stuff. And if I want to take a lot of stuff with me, that means extra luggage as well. You're going. I would love to see you, man. And I'm very curious about the venue, because last year we were at the Business University of Manchester. Now it's also in the same area, but not there. A little bit, like, what did he say? Like 3 or 5 minutes further away. Yeah, cool. I mean, from the place that I was like, I have so many friends in 3D printing. I don't want to quit 3D printing and YouTube. So if you hear me saying like that, you know that I was serious thinking about it as well. But I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. It cost me like 5-6 years to get to this point to quit YouTube, because there are several people that already quit with bigger channels, like, you know, like Teaching Tech. He recently stopped YouTube. So no, I don't want to do that. Well, maybe less videos, but then still hanging on YouTube. So I don't know how videos are going to perform. Maybe I'm going to put some efforts in it to publish a video for Friday, but then I need to work on it to actually get it to work. But then I don't want to rush videos, because people will see that. And here in the corner, there are still projects waiting. And no, not projects that I got for free, projects where I paid money for. And for the people who dialed in, or, you know, who joined the stream later, these I bought at the fair, the Maker Fair kind of thing, for model trains, stuff like that, RC cars. These are 2mm rods. Was a rod of meter long. Was like €3.50. I paid the guy €4 for it, because I asked him, hey, can you also cut them in 4 pieces, like 25 centimeters, so that I at home can cut them at 50 millimeters length, or 5 centimeters, so I can put it in the dead racer. Will I bring it? I need to check my luggage capacity, and I'm not really sure if I can actually bring my the batteries for it with me. I think I will leave it here. And there are some other things that I'm thinking about to make. One of them would be something that has threads and can talk and be funny. Not little Phil on wheels, but no, I'm not going to do that. Would I bring Polyfill also to Smurf? I don't know, because those videos are not doing great. People are thinking like, what is this? If I would do it, it's only for the shiggles. So yeah. So I'm going to wrap up this stream. I will see you guys in the next video or next stream. And was fun. In some ways frustrating as well. I didn't get what I wanted. Issue still there. But hey, let's have a good time. For the people who are going to Smurf next weekend. Rob Mink, did you also check for ESTA or yeah, the visa that you are going to need for the UK? Just think about it. Love to see you again. Well, you tried and it wasn't your fault. No, it's the never mind. Did it already. Cool. How long did it take for you to get approved? Oh, super easy. Approved in 30 seconds. Okay, cool. Nice. There's a reason why I asked. I need to do that, but I still come up with other things in between. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. I hope Polyfill ad from Polymaker will be heard. And I will see you in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye.